me.
I'm drinking scotch.
You're drinking scotch.
Yes, I'm drinking scotch.
Elle, it's 9:30 in the morning.
I know, I'm having it for breakfast. Like F. Scott Fitzgerald. I read that about him, I think. He was such an incredible alcoholic that he would have, like, scotch for breakfast.
But you're not an alcoholic.
Wait a minute, it might have been Hemingway. Was Hemingway an alcoholic?
I don't know.
Maybe it was Dorothy Parker. It doesn't matter. A lot of writers were alcoholics, and I'm sure one of them drank scotch for breakfast.
But you're not a writer. You're in advertising.
Other people do it, too. When I was in college, I knew all these guys who would go on binges all weekend long, non-stop. I'm not kidding. Also, have you ever been to one of those fancy Sunday brunches they have at these fabulous hotels? Waiters wander around the room, you know, with bottles of champagne, and everyone gets bombed at like 11 in the morning. So this morning, I am taking part in a long and honored tradition.
You've thought this through, haven't you?
I've just never done it, you know? I've never had a drink before like 4 in the afternoon. I've never had a drink in the morning.
So why are you starting now?
I'm pregnant.
Oh. God, Elle, I'm sorry.
Please don't be sorry. It's not something to be sorry about. It's not something to be happy about. It's just something that is, you know, something that happens to people. Some people get pregnant and some people drink scotch in the morning. I don't think there's any morality connected to the condition.
Oh, God. Are you going to start talking about morality?
Why not?
Then I'm going to join you.
Haven't you ever been curious about drinking in the morning?
I've done it.
You have? When?
Oh, many, many years ago. I was really uptight at the time. Oh my God, Jessica's gonna freak out if she catches us.
No, she's already gone. She went to church with Jeffrey.
Oh great, so she's gonna come back all holy and find us getting hammered on the back porch.
No, she went for a drive in the countryside because it's such a lovely day. Perhaps late in the afternoon they'll stop by a roadside inn and have tea.
Oh, well, that sounds very nice.
Yes, they have the perfect relationship.
Does Roger know?
About Jessica and Jeff and their perfect relationship.
Do you think you could not be coy about this?
Yes, Roger knows. I told Roger last night, and now Roger knows.
What did he say?
He said, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is, but whenever I tell anyone I'm pregnant, it really brings out their need to apologize.
Well, who else have you told?
No one. It's just everybody at the gynecologist's office couldn't apologize enough. And try to imagine how stupid you feel at a gynecologist's office telling everyone, hey, it's not your fault.
Well, did Roger say anything besides I'm sorry?
He said, what are you going to do about it?
Oh.
Look, could you stop saying, oh, like it's the end of the world? It's not the end of the world.
I'm sorry. From now on, I'm going to say only the exact right thing.
I'm sorry.
Do you think you have enough scotch in you to talk about this?
I don't know. Yes, I can talk about this. This isn't that big of a deal.
Right. All right. So what did Roger say?
Roger said, what are you going to do about it? I said, I'm going to have an abortion, and he offered to marry me.
He did.
Yeah, but I thought he was going to choke to death. You should have seen him strangling out the words. He was absolutely terrified I would take him up on it. So I said, calm down. I'm not going to marry you. We don't have the money. We're not ready, etc., etc. And he said, well, it's just that he could never bring himself to have an abortion.
He did.
Yes, and I got mad.
He did.
Yes, so I said, that's right, you fucking asshole. You can never bring yourself to have an abortion because you've never had to fucking think about it, because it's my fucking problem, because it's my fucking body, and you can afford to just sit there and wash your hands of the whole damn thing because it's not you being pregnant for 9 months we're talking about, it's me.
What did he say to that?
Oh, we went into this whole song and dance about how he would stick by me, la 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 la, he loved me. I told him to get lost. He told me I was flying off the handle. You know how these things go. So eventually I just got completely mad and left. You want some more scotch?
I have a lot.
Have some more.
Oh God, you guys are out here. I've been looking all over the house for you. I thought you deserted me and went out to get donuts or something. I love a donut. Jesus, you're drinking scotch?
Cocktails at brunch.
It's an old and honored tradition.
Cocktails at brunch is a Bloody Mary at 11. Scotch on the rocks at 9:30 is not the same thing.
Do you want some?
I don't know. Where's Jessica?
Gone for the day. Off for a jaunt in the country with Jeffrey. I'll get you a glass.
You punched a hole in Jessica's table?
It's not Jessica's table. It's our table. We all bought it, remember? It's our table.
Yeah, I know, but it's really her table. I mean, I didn't want it. Me neither.
Well, I certainly didn't want it. I hate wicker. Why would we do that?
I don't know, but she's gonna throw a fit when she sees this hole.
Well, if she's gonna inflict wicker on us, she can just suffer the consequences.
You know, really, it's kind of ridiculous the way we let her push around. I mean, it's not like she's our mother, Jen. I can't believe we're doing this. Can you believe we're doing this? The last time I got drunk in the morning, I was in high school. Ugh, I hope Richardson doesn't call it. It's hard enough to talk to him when I'm sober. Okay, so I guess he called like 14 times the ball yesterday and just left all these little white notes on my bed, you know, the little tiny white ones you use everywhere. Looked like it was snowing in there.
Jen, Ellie's pregnant.
Jesus, no kidding, really? Oh God, that's really too bad. But you know, she better not tell Jessica. Here, do you want passwords?
Jen!
What? I heard you. Ellie's pregnant. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Isn't she going to have an abortion?
Yes? Well, you know, this isn't a non-event.
I don't think it's a non-event. I never said that. In honor of scotch for breakfast, I bought a pack of cigarettes today.
I would love a cigarette.
You know, just my luck, Jessica and Jeff will stop by after Mass to pick up sweaters or something. She'll take one look at this and kick me out. She's just looking for an excuse.
God, isn't that the truth? Remember, she wanted to get rid of you for that stupid Campbell soup thing. You know what? Come on, it's not like Ellie doesn't know. Oh, come on.
What did she say to you?
Nothing.
What is the point of drinking scotch in the morning if you're not going to tell the truth?
She said just the sort of shit you'd expect her to. She said you weren't fitting into the spirit of the household, something about integrity and Christian nonviolence resistance to the capitalist system. What else did she say? Oh, she doesn't like the way you wash dishes. The same stuff.
She wanted to kick me out over a fucking can of soup.
You knew that was going to make her mad when you bought it. That was why you bought it, was to make her mad.
I bought it because I like mushroom soup.
You could have bought Purity Supreme.
Purity
mushroom
Supreme
soup.
doesn't make the kind. No, it doesn't make the kind of soup that I like. I like golden mushroom soup. Purity Supreme only makes cream of mushroom soup, and I don't like that kind.
You could have hid it in your room. You could have had it some night when she was out. You knew she was going to see it. You put it right in the pantry.
I resent being told what I can eat and what I can't. And aside from the fact that she is the only person in America still boycotting soup, it was always a stupid boycott. I've tried to explain this to you.
Oh, no.
There are two types of boycotts. You have a practical boycott and an ideological boycott.
Oh.
If it's a practical boycott, you do it because you're trying to hurt the company's business. The other kind, the ideological kind, you do because it's like your moral duty. You know you're not really going to make a dent, but you do it because it's the right thing to do.
I have never understood this argument.
That's because it's a stupid argument.
It is not. The point is, nobody ever believed in the Campbell's boycott, so if you're gonna do it, it's because of the ideological thing, because you, hate what they're doing to the farm workers. But all the other canning companies are doing it to farm workers too, so you'd have to boycott everybody. You boycott Campbell's, you gotta boycott Del Monte, Purity Supreme, Dole. If it's a moral issue, it applies across the board, right? Well, nobody's gonna boycott canned everything. Even Jessica likes her little can of beets.
Oh, this argument is stupid.
No, it's not if you think about
Who
it.
wants to think about it? It's not that big of a deal to boycott.
It
Campbell
is if
soup.
you like golden mushrooms! It's the principle of the thing. God! If Jessica could give me one good reason why I should boycott the fucking soup, I would do it gladly. I would picket the company. But she doesn't have any reason. And it's the same goddamn thing with Roger. If he could give me a good reason why I shouldn't have an abortion, I wouldn't. But he doesn't have any reason. It's all just out there, you know? Boycott soup, don't have abortions, all of these things floating around the ozone, these things that I'm not supposed to do because they make me a terrible person, and no one can give me a reason why. Why?
Oh, come on. You know that's not true.
I don't know that's not true.
You want reasons why. You want to know why you shouldn't have an abortion? Roger will give you reasons.
Jessica will give you reasons.
No, they won't. They'll just go into some routine about murder or something. They can't seem to get it through their thick fucking skulls that this is not a moral issue, it's a social issue.
Oh, Jesus, Elle, would you listen to yourself? You don't really want reasons for people. You just want to argue. You just want to be right about everything.
Is that true? I don't need to be right. I need to be convinced. If you're going to tell me I'm all fucked up and immoral, you ought to be able to back up your arguments. I just think if you're going to judge someone, you ought to be able to convince them, too.
Did you follow that?
I mean, kind of, but I just think it's kind of stupid, you know? I mean, people just don't work like that. There's always going to be somebody who thinks you're awful, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's more scotch.
That philosophy is not entirely surprising coming from you.
Ooh, is that supposed to be an insult? Are you trying to insult
No,
me?
I just meant that...
I know what you meant. You mean I sleep around
No,
a lot.
I didn't!
Yes, you did.
I I didn't mean anything by it. It just came out of my
You know
mouth.
what? I don't care if it is what you meant. I do sleep around. I don't sleep around a lot. I've always just believed that sex is really, really fun, and I'm not going to change my attitude now. That doesn't mean I'm a total loon about it. I mean, I don't pick up men off the street corners. I don't parade total strangers to the house. I'm not Will Chamberlain, for God's sake.
No one said you were.
I sleep with my friends. I don't sleep with anyone who I haven't known for at least 2 weeks, and I'm completely careful. Those people say safe sex isn't fun. They have never met me. I've never had a venereal disease. I've never been pregnant.
All
I'm not
right.
a prostitute.
All right.
Jesus, I've never even had an affair with a married man. Okay, once. One time I had an affair with a married man, but just one time.
You did?
Yeah, so what? That hardly makes me a homewrecker.
When?
Oh, I know who it was. It was that bald guy with the thinning hair, the one who always wore suits. What was his name?
Bernard.
No. This was before I moved in here 2 years ago in Philadelphia. That's why I had to leave Philadelphia.
You left an entire city for some guy?
I had to.
How long were you in
3
here?
years.
3 years? You? I'm sorry, but it's just, as long as I've known you, I mean, you don't exactly settle into relationships.
Going out with a married man isn't exactly settling in.
Yeah, it's really not, is it? I was his mistress. Pretty weird, huh?
How did it happen?
I don't know. You know how these things are. I was this paralegal, right? And we were like together all the time. We go to court together. We go to lunch together. We take a road trip to Pittsburgh together. And one thing leads to another. Shit happens.
So you had to move?
Yeah, I had to. It was like the only way to do it. So here I am, sleeping around.
Yes, here you are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
You know, I hadn't thought about that for a long time. Makes me feel weird, like I was some kind of villain. I used to feel that way all the time. It's funny, you can go through your life making mistake after mistake, but you always know these are just mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. And then suddenly you realize you're in the middle of a mistake that's something worse. It's not just another mistake anymore. Suddenly you're a bad person. And it's so weird. It happens without you even realizing it.
You're not a bad person.
No, you're not a bad person. Still, I wouldn't tell that story to Jessica if I were you.
Yeah, she tried to get rid of me.
No. She'd keep you around, pray over you, make you stay up late having long talks about Jesus and his forgiveness.
Yeah, she'd make me go to church.
For that, that's nothing.
Ooh, you've got a better story?
What? No.
Yes, you do, don't you?
I do not.
Look at the guilt on that
what did you do? Gail!
I don't know what
Come
you're talking
on,
about.
spill it, come on.
Oh, forget it. She never does anything wrong.
Oh, honey.
Time for more scotch and another round of cigarettes. This is fun. We should do this more often.
Yeah, except I'm not getting drunk. This is not good scotch.
Yes, it is. It cost me $20.
It's just hard to get drunk in the morning.
Well, then we are just going to have to keep trying. So, Gail, what did you do?
I had sex with a man for money.
You're kidding.
You did what?
I had sex with a man for money.
You mean you were like a prostitute?
Yes, I was like a prostitute. I mean, come on, I wasn't walking the streets. I didn't have a pimp or anything. It was just the one guy, but I did. He said he'd pay me for sex, so I did it.
That's incredible.
No, it's not. It would be nice if it were incredible, but it's just like a normal, sick story.
Well, are you going to tell this normal, sick story?
Okay. So, I was doing temp work for this marketing research company, right? And the head of the project starts coming on to me, and I tell him to leave me alone. And he says he thought it would be mutually beneficial for me to hear him out, so I did. And he told me he could bring me on as a special consultant to the project, somebody that he brought in, get the company to pay me $60 an hour instead of the $12.50 I'd get from the temp agency. So you multiply that by 40 hours a week.
Oh my God, he wanted you bad.
Did he come through with it?
Yeah, I made him give me half up front, and I got the rest at the end of the week.
You did it for a week?
2 weeks. It was a lot of money.
You must have been pretty good, Gail.
Well, let's just say I was willing to do a lot for that amount of money. I made it worth his while for him to keep me on the payroll an extra week.
God, I'm sorry. That just sounds kind of disgusting.
It was kind of disgusting. It was also illegal. It was embezzling.
What did you have to do?
I think I'll leave the details to your sordid imagination if you don't mind.
Why did you do it?
I just needed the money, you know? I was stuck. I was tired of living in New York. I was tired of working in the stupid, boring offices. I was just sick of it. He was offering me so much money. It was enough for me to go back to school and get my degree. So, thanks to this sleazeball, I'm now a social worker.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Kind of makes me sick to think about it, but I think I'd do it again if I had to.
Better not tell that to Jessica.
Oh, she knows.
You're kidding. You told her? Why on earth would
We
you
were
tell her?
friends back before you guys moved in. So one day I told her. I had to talk about it, that she could not really handle
What
it.
did she do?
She didn't talk to me for 2 months.
What a bitch.
I should have known it was kind of an extreme story
No,
for somebody
don't
like her.
defend her.
I'm not defending her. I'm just trying to explain. She's different from us.
Yeah,
you know?
she's a bitch and we're not.
Did she try to kick you out?
You know, I don't know why we are always talking about her kicking us out. Why we're always speculating about this. She can't kick us out. She can't do anything. All of our names are on the lease.
Then why does it feel like she can?
Probably what we should do is move.
No, There are 3 of us and only 1 of her. She should move.
But she was here first. So if we don't like her rules, then we should go.
Yeah, but the rent here is so cheap. If I had to find another apartment, I'd have to pay real rent. If I had to pay real rent, I'd have to get a real job.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Let's face it, we're stuck with her.
There's gotta be a way around it. She stopped talking to you?
Yeah. I told her this terrible thing and she left me alone.
That'd be one way to go. Do you think if I told her about my abortion, she'd stop talking to me?
No.
Why? Why not? It seems only fair. You confess your sins to her and she leaves you alone. Worked for you. I mean, I'm just as much of a sinner as you are.
That doesn't have anything to do with it. She wants to get rid of you because you're a ringleader.
I am not.
You are too. Look at this. I mean, you're depressed, so now we're drinking scotch.
I didn't force scotch on anybody.
I know. It's just sort of natural with you. Do you remember when we buried Irving in the backyard? Do you remember how that drove her crazy?
Yeah.
I liked that. I mean, that was really cool.
Your hamster died, and in no time flat, you have the entire household in the backyard digging a little grave under the statue of Mary, reading the definition of hamster out of the dictionary as a eulogy.
A small rodent, the large she catches. Amen.
Hey, Irving was a great hamster. He deserved a ceremony to mark his passing. I don't see why she had to get so nasty about it.
She's jealous. That is exactly the kind of thing she is always trying to do, trying to get us together for these little functions, like that Seder that she planned. I just think if we went a lot
we all went to her fucking Seder. It was boring. I mean, a Catholic throwing a Seder? Stupid.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. You're saying that I deliberately provoke her. You're saying that I act like a rotten little rebellious brat around here.
No, I'm
yes,
not.
you are, and I do. I don't care. She drives me crazy, and I love getting on her nerves. It is a delight, quite frankly, to annoy that woman, because all I have to do is be myself, you know? All I have to do is leave a dirty pot on the stove, or suggest we get lobsters for Thanksgiving, or get high in the living room, and she is seething.
Yeah, you know, Jessica needs a good leg.
Oh, you think there's a flaw in the perfect relationship? Maybe Jeffrey's not so hot in bed?
She's not sleeping with Jeffrey.
What?
I mean,
we see her all weekend.
yeah, they sleep together, but they don't have sex.
They sleep together, but they don't have sex.
Didn't you guys know that?
Well, they've been going out for 4 years. She's 30 years old.
Yeah, but it's like some religious thing.
Did she tell you that? When did she tell you that?
I don't know. It was like a year ago. She was complaining about all the guys I'd over, and I was like, you know, you have Jeffrey over every weekend. And she said that was different because they weren't having sex, and I was. So I said I didn't really understand what that had to do with anything, and then she said, well, that's different. And I was like, well, okay, if you're going to get mad, then I'll just go over to a guy's house and want to sleep with him. I thought you guys knew that.
What a bitch.
Oh,
I mean, that's just sick, you know? Going out with Jeffrey for 4 years, and supposedly she's in love with him, right? And not having sex? Don't you think that's taking the Catholic notion of sin a bit too far?
I just don't think it's any of our business.
Why not? Everything we do is her business. She makes it her business if I drink Campbell's soup, and you can just bet this abortion is going to be her business. She'll probably try to have me arrested.
Ellie, you can't tell her.
You know what I hate most about her? She doesn't hurt. You know, she doesn't feel pain. She is so sure of everything in her life. It is like an armor with her, all that Catholic righteousness. Can't you just see her in bed with him? I bet she sleeps naked except for a pair of panties. And every time he goes for them, she holds out her little hand and chastises him nobly. Saves herself from marriage and keeps the universe intact.
Ellie, just forget it, all right? You know what? She's not here. It's a beautiful day, so let's just forget about her and have scotch.
I don't want any more scotch! Why do you think I'm drinking this stuff? I'm drinking because I half believe her. We all half believe that bitch because she's so fucking sure of herself and none of us even have a clue.
Yeah, we probably should move out.
But the rent here is
So cheap! At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights just thinking how you done me wrong. Like I'm strong. And I learned how to get along. So now you're back. From that space. I can walk in and find you here with that sad look upon your face. I know I'm ashamed that you're alive. I should have made you leave your here behind the door. And in 1 second, you'd been back to bother me. Go on now, go! Go out the door! Turn around now! No welcome anymore!
Hello! Oh, hey, Richardson.
I will 5! Hey!
Just a minute, you guys. Hey, sorry. No, we're just kind of hanging out here. Gail and Ellie. I don't know, I've never started hanging out here. Guys, he wants to come over big time.
No way! I cannot fucking deal with Richardson today.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just that Ellie's not feeling very
Don't
well.
lie to him. I feel fine. I just don't want to see any men.
Tell him we're bonding. We're female bonding.
Okay, well, fine. I mean, we can talk about it tomorrow at work. We'll have lunch. Okay, fine. I know, but today's no good, so... I know what I said, Richardson. You don't have to repeat it back to me. I just want what could be so fucking important? You gotta... Can you guys hold on for a second? Now, what is it? Well, if you're not even going to tell me what it is you want to talk about, then I don't see why I should... Oh, yeah, what about it? Yeah, well, I did. I thought you were totally off base, and I'm not going to apologize for anything that I said.
Hang up on him.
You've got to be kidding. I don't care if that is what you think. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Hang up on him.
First of all, I never said... Oh, my God, Richardson, you're a total loon, and I'm never going to sleep with you. Then what are you saying? You know what your problem is? You're fucking neurotic. What an asshole.
I never could stand
What
him.
a fucking asshole.
What did he say?
I cannot believe he just
He's
said that to
crazy.
me.
How many times have I told you he's crazy?
You were not going to believe this. What you just said. We had lunch Thursday, right? So we're sitting in the cafeteria, and this Chinese guy, Billy, we know him from the mailroom. He comes over, and he asks if he can sit with us. So I say, of course, not realizing that stupid Richardson is mad at Billy for reasons which are completely beyond my imagination. So Billy sits down, and Richardson starts, like, snipping at him. This poor Chinese guy, you can't even speak the language, and he's getting pretty loud, and everyone's sort of staring at us. So I say, hey, Richardson, you're getting pretty aggressive here. And Billy's just smiling away because he doesn't even know what's going on. And then Richardson says to me, he's not being aggressive, he's being assertive. Christ. So I say, I think you're confusing assertiveness with machismo here, Richardson. And you know what he told me just now on the phone? He wants to get together to talk about this because he thinks I was making, like, some personal statement about his fucking sexuality. And apparently, that means something like I've been lying to him all along and subconsciously I want to sleep with him. It's not funny. He gets all this shit from his therapist. You know, I think going into therapy was the biggest mistake of Richardson's life. His stupid therapist keeps telling him to let it all out. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, but I don't think Richardson should let it all out. I mean, doesn't it worry you that there are all these therapists telling all these weirdos to just let it all out?
God, something else to worry about.
He told me that I was scared of my sexuality. He says I use casual sex as a shield against real sex. That's what he told me just now on the phone.
Real? What's real sex?
I'm not kidding. He gets all this shit from his therapist.
Has he told you you're a lesbian
I'm
yet?
sure he's building up to that.
Why do you hang out with this lunatic?
I don't know. He tells good stories. He's nice.
Oh, no, excuse me, but that is not nice.
Okay, before he started seeing a therapist, he was all fucked up, but he was really nice.
Well, he's not nice anymore. You should just tell him to fuck off and die.
I can't do that. He's in love with me. I knew you would do this. He says he's in love with me and I feel awful about it.
Then that's not love.
Oh yeah, what would you call
Who
it?
cares what you call it? It's totally bizarre. Stay away from it.
I can't just dump him. I feel bad.
Oh, it's not your fault he fell in love with you.
I mean, yes, it is. I mean, isn't it kind of?
Well, did you lead him on?
Who knows? I mean, maybe I flirt with him
Oh, you
sometimes.
flirt with everyone.
Well, so that's what I mean. So maybe I lead him on. But I don't think so. I mean, I am so not interested in him. Anytime he brings it up, I just tell him face to face, listen, I don't mean to be insulting, but I'm not interested in sleeping with you.
So what did he say to that?
I don't know, some bullshit. Did I tell you he went around asking all these people if they thought I was in love with him? It's like he was collecting opinions for a case. And everybody said yes. Can you believe that? They said yes.
Who did he ask?
He wouldn't tell me. So I said, look, Richardson, if people think I'm in love with you, it's because I do love you, but you don't always fall in love with the people you love.
I don't know why you're being so nice about it. He's a total loon. The only thing he'll understand is total rejection. Stay away from him.
Oh, that's nice. That's real compassionate.
In the 20th century, compassion is a luxury you cannot afford. Unless you're getting off on this.
Mind your business, Ellie. I was off him on the phone just now. Shit.
Aw, he left you no choice.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't have to yell at him. I just don't think it's his fault. He's crazy, you know? I think his parents fucked him up when he was little.
Do you think they abused him?
Oh, no. Hold it right there. I don't want to have this conversation. I don't care what happened to him when he was 4 years old. Whatever it was, it does not give him the right to do these totally bizarre things to Jen. I mean, everybody has their reasons. Even Jessica has her reasons. But that does not mean we have to go along with every weird, sick thing that they do.
Wait a minute. I thought you were into reasons. I thought that's all you wanted out of life, a couple of good, solid reasons.
What?
Yeah, before when you were screaming about having an abortion.
No, that was different, and I was not screaming.
You said that if Roger and Jessica could give you a couple reasons, you wouldn't have
I know what I said, and I was talking about a different kind of reason.
Oh, please.
Yes, those reasons are rational reasons. The kind you use in, like, arguments and talking about issues and stuff. These reasons, Richardson's reasons, are just psychological excuses for totally off-the-wall behavior.
You know what? You always do this. You're just making up rules about what everything means.
Now, I'm not saying Richardson's reasons aren't valid. I'm just saying they're twisted and I don't want to hear it.
Valid, but twisted. Makes a lot of sense. I get it.
Okay, look, here we have little Adolf Hitler, right? And his mother hits him a billion times, and his father hits his mother, and his uncle teaches him that, I don't know, that Jews murder babies and drink their blood, or God knows what else the Hitlers do. So after one thing and another, little Adolf decides that he's got to murder 6 million Jews, okay? Do you get it? Even Adolf fucking Hitler had his reasons, but that does not mean we have to go along with it.
God, Hitler's always such a conversation stopper. No, I mean, really, it's like things start to get a little messy and somebody says, what about Hitler? And everybody shuts right up.
Yeah, well, what can you say? The man was a monster.
Think what would have happened if some therapist would have just told him to let it all out. Oh, shit, it's Richardson.
No, don't answer it. I'll get it.
Okay, what are you going to say?
I'm going to tell him to fuck off and die.
Oh, you can't, Ellie.
No, I'll tell him you're drunk. I'll tell them that 4 of your old boyfriends came over and now you're drunk and you're upstairs fucking your brains out so you can't go to the...
He'll tell me I'm doing it because I'm scared of my sexuality.
I want to answer it.
Tell him I went out for donuts.
I'm just going to tell him you don't want to talk to him.
No.
Hello. He hung up.
He hung up. Well, then it wasn't him. Richardson lets it rings for like 20 times before he hangs up.
Who do you think it was?
He'll call back.
Could have been a she.
No, it's never a she around here. Only boys call us. None of us have any girlfriends.
My mother called.
You can't count mothers.
Hey, wait a minute. Sarah calls me all the
But
time.
she's your boss.
Oh, she's my friend,
You can't
too.
count her.
I don't think it's true that only men call here. I think those are the only calls that you count.
Oh, well, I guess you're right. What can I say? I like men better than women.
Jen, haven't you ever heard of feminism?
Of course I've heard of feminism. It really put me in touch with my feelings. And what I feel is I like men better than women.
Ugh.
Isn't that interesting? I think they're mostly shit.
I know.
I just can't stand them.
I know. They're such idiots.
Everything is their fault.
Why are we laughing? It's true. Oh, no, you guys. We're running out of scotch.
No, we have plenty.
No. We're running low. I'm going to go get some more.
Ellie, you can't go out. You're drunk.
I am not drunk.
How can you not be drunk? I'm completely smashed.
I'm not drunk.
Ellie, you can't go out. She can't go out in this condition. She's gonna get arrested.
You get arrested for being drunk?
I'm not drunk.
You are so drunk. You are totally looped.
I am not looped. I am tight. That's what they call it in Hemingway novels, tight. I am Tight.
You are schnocker.
You are schnocker.
You're blitz.
I am tight. I am tight, and Gail is trash.
No, I'm not. I'm wasted.
Okay, I am tight, Jen is schnockered, and Gail is wasted. That is pretty good.
You have another bottle?
Yeah, I felt it was an emergency.
Wait a minute, you should be drinking it all. You're pregnant.
Jen.
No, it's okay. It's why I'm drinking. Because I'm pregnant. I'm trying to anesthetize the little fella. How's it going in there? Have you passed out yet? You won't feel a thing.
So you think it's a boy?
You know, honestly, Jen, I've heard of cradle robbing, but really...
Very funny. I'm serious. You think it's a boy?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I think it's a boy.
Then you should have him. There's a shortage of men, you know. Some girl could really need him someday.
I can't have a baby. What would I do with a baby?
You would raise him, you moron. People do it all the time.
I don't know. Sometimes I think I do want a baby. I want, like, a baby and a dog. And we could go places together. Ellie and her baby and her dog. The Ellie team. I think that'd be nice. Shit. I want a baby.
Then have it.
I can't have it. I'm too fucked up.
You'll sober up.
That's not what I mean.
Well, if you're going to do the abortion thing, be sure to take a couple bodyguards along with you. You can get killed going to one of those abortion clinics. Those right-to-lifers can be dangerous. It's kind of ironic, huh?
I don't want to talk about politics.
You know, I really don't want any more scotch.
Yeah, me neither. Time to make coffee!
Ooh, we should make cookies!
Cookies!
Yes, this is great. Getting drunk and making cookies is the perfect thing to do on a Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. Shit, it's Sunday afternoon! Oh, shit.
Is something wrong?
No. What time is it?
12:15.
Oh, what time was that phone call, the one we didn't answer?
I don't know, what, 10 minutes ago, you think it was for you?
What? Oh, no. I don't know. I don't know.
Were you expecting a call?
No. I mean, maybe? I don't know.
Yes, you were. You were expecting a call from a man.
Call him back.
It wasn't anybody.
Gail!
What?
You always do this!
I'm not doing anything.
Why can't you just tell us?
There was nothing to tell. It was just nothing. Forget it.
I thought alcohol was supposed to make people talk.
Ellie, just leave her alone.
Come on, Gail, don't you trust us?
Oh, great. That makes me feel just great.
Ooh, I wonder who that is. It's probably nobody. It's probably not even worth answering. It's probably nothing. Gail, answer it.
Hello? Oh. Hello. I don't know. Just a minute. Let me check.
Hello? Hi. Yeah, I'm sorry too. It's just, this is really weird for me. I can't right now. I think I need some time to think, you know? Yeah, I'm still here. I don't know, it just doesn't sound like such a good idea to me. Well, because marriage is serious. I mean, my God, it's not something you just dive into. You were always the one with commitment paranoid, you guys. What? Roger, this is too serious to decide over the phone. I'm not going to decide to marry you over the phone. Yes, I know that abortion is serious too. I never said that it wasn't. Fuck, okay, I don't want to marry you. Okay? I don't want to spend the rest of my life with you. I don't want to have your child, okay? I don't want to marry you. I'm not in love with you. Okay?
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn my back around.
You're pushing it.
No, I'm not. I swear.
N E Why? We're talking to Barney, is that right? Yes! Oh my god, I've never had a Ouija board work this good.
What do you want to ask it? Hi, Barney!
Barney, we're talking to a male spirit. Wouldn't you know it?
Ellie.
Tell Barney we don't want to talk to men today.
Ellie, shit, no. Alright, she doesn't mean it, Barney. Are you still there? Ah, yes, thank God, yes. Ellie, this is very serious, alright? If he thinks there's a non-believer present, he'll go away. You can't just fool around with this.
Okay, I have a question. Ask him if Gail's boyfriend is going to call back today.
Ellie.
Yes, it says yes!
You're pushing this.
I would never push a Ouija board.
It was just a date.
Alright, we have to think of another question. Ask me a question.
Is there sex in the afterlife?
Oh, great, guys, this is what it does when it knows there's a non-believer present. No, Barney, we believe in you.
No, we don't, Barney.
Wait, hold on a second. It's saying something. It looks like it's spelling something.
Go.
Go.
Go where?
Go fish.
Ellie.
No, pay attention. It says, go out and do something. It's a beautiful day out.
Wait a minute, you're pushing this, aren't you?
Of course I'm pushing this. For heaven's sake. Come on, let's get out of here. We've been lying around all day.
Great, that's just great. You guys are both jerks.
No. Hey, wait a minute. I have a question.
You can't just fuck around with this stuff,
I'm
Ellie.
not fucking around. I have a question. I want to know if I can use this thing to talk to my mother.
Very funny. You can only talk to dead people on the Ouija board, moron.
Yeah, no kidding, moron.
Jesus, Jen, you're kidding, right?
Your mother's dead? When did your mother die?
What? She died 4 years ago.
You never told me your mother was dead.
We've been living together for a year. How could you not know? It's so depressing.
I mean, we don't see each other that often, just weekends and shit.
Yeah. Still. I mean, it makes you think, what other shit don't we know about each other?
God, I know. How did we meet?
God help us. Jessica picked us.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, the three of us, we could be anybody. I saw this movie where this girl got a roommate through an ad in the personals who tried to kill her.
Jen.
What?
Come back.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did your mother die?
Oh, she died in a car accident. Some moron ran a red light at 50 miles an hour and smashed into her. He was driving this Oldsmobile station wagon. She was in a Chevette, so she didn't stand a chance.
Do you miss her?
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. It's not nice that she's dead. It's nice that you miss her. If my mother died, I think I'd have a party.
Jen.
What? My mother's a bitch.
Yeah, my mother's a bitch too, but I wouldn't throw a party.
My mother was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. She was very loving and compassionate. She loved being a mother. She was very spiritual, too, you know?
Jesus. She sounds like Jessica.
I do not want to talk about Jessica
She was
again.
nothing like Jessica.
Jesus.
I just don't see why you would say that.
Oh, would you calm down? You've been flying off the handle all day.
My mother listened to people. She listened. She understood that we're all fucked up. She used to say we're all sinners.
Yeah, I've heard that. Jessica says that all the time.
Yeah, but when Jessica says it, she means we're all sinners and she's perfect. When my mother said it, she meant that everyone's a little fucked up and it's no big deal.
Look, I wasn't kidding. Do you think we could stop trashing Jessica for, like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes? I just don't think she's that bad.
She is too.
She is not. If she were, she wouldn't bug you so much.
She bugs you too.
She does not. I admire the woman.
She's a self-righteous prima donna.
Yeah, and so are you.
Do you guys want a cookie? How about some coffee? I'm gonna have some coffee.
I'm sorry. I just think you're pissed off because you're pregnant and you're taking it out on Jessica.
Oh no, my dislike for her is very sincere. Every night as I go to bed, I fantasize about skewering her in any number of ways. Just like those medieval saints she's so fond of imitating.
All right, it's a given. You hate her. Then why don't you move out? Just move out.
Real job, real rent.
You could get a real job and pay real rent, Elle. You're 30 years old. It's not unheard of.
Hey, I'm an American. We're a nation of professional adolescents. Why buck a trend?
Because life is passing you by.
No, I'm passing it by, remember?
All right, then let's talk about that. You're pissed off about this baby.
On the contrary, I delight in the knowledge that my reproductive system actually works. After all these years of fooling it, I've wondered.
How did you get pregnant anyway? I mean, nobody gets pregnant anymore. Nobody who doesn't want to, I mean. A little bit of birth control goes a long way.
The diaphragm, if used properly, is 98% effective. Well, meat missed 2%.
And that doesn't make you mad.
No, because it doesn't matter. I'm gonna have an abortion and that's that.
What would your mother think about that?
My mother is dead.
What would she think, Elle?
She would hate it. She was Mother Earth goddess, remember?
Jen.
I just think you should stop playing shrink. I'm just sitting over here waiting for you to say, Elle, let it all out.
All right.
I mean, personally, I think abortion is a bad idea, but if she doesn't want to
You
talk
do?
about it. God, yes.
You?
Are you kidding? After everything I've learned about babies this year, I would never have an abortion. Babies are big business. Everybody wants one. They were kind of cheap for a while, but the ceiling has really come off in the past couple of years. We did 5 surrogate mother contracts this month.
This does not help me.
Listen, all sorts of shit goes on nowadays. I know this guy who set up a deal where he got this pregnant teenager to give up her baby for adoption to a very nice yuppie couple in exchange for medical and living expenses during the pregnancy. Bill came to $50,000.
That isn't legal.
Oh, grow up. There's plenty of ways around the law. And the market is so hot right now that nobody really knows what's going on. So the way I look at it, if you don't want this kid, you make someone else really happy and end up with a couple bucks in the bargain.
Sure, everybody wins.
Now here is a way around the recession. With one of these deals, you really could quit your job, take a couple months off, get some desperate, sterile couple to foot the bill.
You could set up one of these deals for me?
Elle.
I'm kidding! I would never sell my baby. I'd rather kill it. That's what I love about contemporary society. Options.
Come on, that is not what I said.
You said babies are big business.
Yeah, but you're making it sound sleazy. It's a good thing.
Jen.
What? I am just being realistic. All right, money is power. Now babies are money, so babies are power. Listen, you guys are the ones always screaming about women's rights and rah-rah feminism. Well, that's fine, but I'm telling you, I've worked in these law offices for 4 years, right? And these guys, they're not just screaming about their money and their power and their little offices. No way, they live for that shit. Now all of a sudden, they've decided they want babies too. They want something we've got, right? So all I'm saying is, let them pay for it. I make a lot of sense, and you know it.
No, you do. I'm just wondering how come you're so practical about some things and such a moron when it comes to Richardson.
Would you leave Richardson out of this? He's none of your business.
Yeah, Richardson doesn't have anything to do with whether or not Ellie should sell her baby.
I never said sell. I said put up for adoption for a profit.
Fine, I'm disgusted either way.
You realize, of course, that this would put abortion clinics out of business. The right to lifers would win, not because they're right, but because having a baby suddenly became economically feasible. But they won't care, because in the embrace of capitalism and morality, all are winners! We have achieved utopia! Yes, yes, yes!
Are you alright?
You don't think this is funny?
No.
We were laughing at Hitler before. If Hitler is funny, this is funny.
I never said Hitler was funny.
You were laughing.
I was not.
Laugh, it's funny! It's funny!
Oh boy, do we have any aspirin?
I will get it.
We should go out. It's so nice. Shit. Hey, what kind of card is Richardson?
Oh
drive?
my God! Can we please
What?
not talk
I'm
about
not
it,
kidding.
please?
I'm
doing it
not
again.
doing
I'm
anything.
gonna have
All
Stop
right.
on your list.
I still want to talk to my mother.
Well, your mother probably went to heaven or whatever you want to call it, so we're not going to be able to reach her on the Ouija board. The Ouija board is for low rent spirits.
What do you want to tell her?
I don't know. I wanted to tell her how much I love her. I'm all fucked up.
You could pray to her.
Come on, that's stupid.
Why is that stupid? I don't think it's stupid at all. I mean, it'd be stupid to pray to my mother because she's alive, and she's a drunk, and I hate her. But you really loved your mother.
I hate God for killing my mother.
Some moron in an Oldsmobile station wagon killed your mother.
Yeah, you don't think I've told myself that like a billion times?
Then why pray to some stupid God? Pray to her. Yes. All right, we're going to pray to her. We have to hold hands.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I want to
Jen.
do this too.
And we all have to close our eyes.
Okay. Close your eyes.
All right. So you have to tell us what she looks like so we know who we're praying to.
Okay. She had brown hair, brown eyes, sort of a round face. She had really thick hair. She kept it pretty short. Everyone always said that I looked like her, but I don't think that I did. She always wore this funny little cap, sort of like a fisherman's hat. Jen.
No, that was fine. It was perfect. All right, Mrs. Stewart.
No, you can't call her Mrs. Stewart. You have to call her Mom.
Right, yes, okay, Mom. Mom, we are down here and we're all fucked up and we need to talk to you.
We're confused, Mom.
And we're a little drunk. I'm pregnant, Mom.
Things are a mess.
We need you to tell us that everything's gonna be okay.
We need your advice.
We need courage, we need support.
Mom, are you there?
Mom?
Mom?
Mom!
What is going on here? What are you doing? Look at this place.
Shit, sorry,
Jessica, I'm so sorry about the mess.
We're gonna
clean
just
this
sit
right
around
out.
and drink all day? Oh God, you've been smoking.
No, we were just smoking out here.
Okay, early. I promise you we're going to get to this right away.
Gail, just leave it, okay? Forget it. Jen, forget it.
Forget it.
It's fine. I'll clean it up later. Listen, Richardson's across the street in his car. He wants to talk to you.
What?
He said that you had a fight or something. So he said, I told him I'd let you know he was out there.
That is fucking great. That is just unbelievable.
Why are you getting all, he just wants to talk to you. Why are you overreacting like
What
this?
is he doing out there? What a dweeb. I mean, what a fucking weenie. Honestly, he's done nothing.
Jessica, we're gonna clean all of this up right now.
Leave it. Apparently we have a disaster on our hands. Richardson looks like death.
I'm not kidding. I mean, I think we should have him arrested. It's gotta be illegal. Would someone please pay attention to me? Gail, Ellie, would someone call the fucking cops?
She's fine.
Oh, can you believe this?
What is he doing out there? He's just sitting there.
He's such a jerk.
What's the big deal? I say we ignore him.
Isn't he even going to get out of his car?
Okay, Jessica, what did he say?
He said he wanted to talk to you.
Then why didn't he come to the door? I mean, normal people come to the door.
I didn't ask. Ignore him. Believe me, this works with men.
Wait a minute. He's getting out of the car. Oh, no, he's just tying his shoe or something.
I told him I'd send you out. He's very upset.
Yeah, well, so am I. This is totally off the wall.
Yo! Richardson!
Ellie, stop it.
I'm just trying to get him away. He won't even look at us.
I thought you wanted to ignore him.
I changed my mind.
He looks bad. He kind of looks like a zombie, doesn't he?
Do you want to change? Maybe you should change. Jessica, would you cut it out? She was fine.
How long do you think he's been out there?
Well, he was there when I got home, and then I talked to him for a few minutes and pulled around the corner, so...
So he could have been out there all afternoon for all we know.
Well, he's been out there for at least 15 minutes. I saw him.
Why didn't you tell me?
I tried. You told me to shut up.
God, if you hadn't come home, he might have stayed there all night.
It looks like he's starting to sprout things. Moss? Mushrooms?
I don't think it's...
I know. It's not nice to make fun of crazy people. I'm sorry.
Richardson's not crazy. He's upset.
Jen,
Don't pressure me. I'm thinking. He's such a shithead.
I thought you cared about
Of
him.
course I care about him.
If you care about a person, you don't put him through this kind of pain, no matter what he said or did in the middle of a fight. Besides, you were drinking.
Oh, come on.
Shut up, Ellie.
Listen, I'm not trying to pressure you. Jeffrey and I, we've had our share of fights, and I know how awful they can be. But I think it's a mistake to let this go any further. You and Richardson, you've known each other for a really long time, and I don't think either of you wants to sacrifice that.
I know, it's just... He kind of scares me.
Jessica, if she's scared of him,
What is there to be afraid of?
I don't know, nothing.
Jessica, why don't you just leave her alone?
Fine. Sorry I said anything.
Where are you going? Jessica.
I'm going to tell Richardson you don't want to talk to him. That's what you want, isn't it?
I don't know what I want.
Listen, I told him you'd come out and talk to him. I didn't realize it would be such a catastrophe.
I'm sorry, but I just feel like
If you're not going to come out and talk to him, I think he needs to know that so he doesn't wait
I'm
around
not just gonna
any
make him
longer.
mad. Jeez.
no, Jen, just don't do anything you're not comfortable
Oh,
doing.
you're sounding like a therapist again, and it doesn't help, you know?
What are you afraid of? He loves you
Oh
very
my God,
much.
if you stop saying that word,
He
Jesus.
doesn't love her.
I don't think you know anything about it.
I don't know anything about love,
Ellie, I only meant I don't think you know Richardson well enough to say that.
and you do.
I think I know him better than you do, yes. We've talked. Is that all right with you?
That depends. Did you tell him that she was in love with him?
What?
Richardson went around taking a poll, right, asking everyone if Jen was secretly in love with him. Were you in on that?
I don't know anything about a poll. I know that he's been upset about the fights you've been having, so we had lunch last week. I mean, I told him the truth. Jen obviously cares much more about him than...
than all the guys she fucks. You realize, of course, that's what he wants. All he wants is to fuck her. But that's what the problem is. She won't fuck him.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Ellie.
I don't think you know
I
anything
think I
about it.
do.
You've been talking to him behind my back?
I wasn't trying to interfere. He's your boyfriend. I respect that. I was only trying to
He
help.
is not my boyfriend. He has never been my boyfriend. He's never going to be my boyfriend. Did he tell you that? Did he tell you who's my boyfriend?
I don't care what you call it.
I care what you call it.
Jen, cut.
Oh my God, Ellie, mind your own business. Both of you. I wish both of you would just mind your own business every once in a while.
I hope she doesn't hurt him. I just think they should talk to each other.
You can't talk to him.
Of course you can. I talk to him all the time. He's weird, but he's not crazy.
He is off the deep end. He calls her 60 billion times a day to scream at her. That is not, to my knowledge, the way sane people behave.
He calls and screams at her because he's worried about all the men that she sees. He's worried she's going to get AIDS if she hasn't gotten it already. You as well as I know that she's at risk.
Oh, God. She's getting in the car with him.
Why shouldn't she get in the car with him?
Jessica, it's just he seems so angry with her.
You've never gotten angry at someone you love.
You know, you keep using that word like it's some sort of magic formula. Like you think all this love is going to solve something.
I'm not going to apologize for that.
But the thing between Jen and Richardson, it isn't about love. It's about sex, a subject which you might not completely understand.
Maybe I haven't. Maybe I'm too idealistic about those two. I just think they really love each other. I'd like to see them end up together.
She's not interested in him. She said it a million times.
But that's not how she acts. You've seen them together. They're adorable.
All they do is yell at each other.
That is not all that they do. When they get along, they're like a couple of kids. Remember that time when he wanted to bring her lunch? He just kept bringing her lunch.
Yeah, she was on a diet, and he kept bringing her macaroni and cheese. She was ready to kill him. She gained 5 pounds.
Well, she didn't have to eat it.
Oh my,
if she
who's
didn't.
gonna say no to macaroni and cheese?
Okay, now you're just being ridiculous.
He's trying to control her.
Well, maybe she could use a little control in her life. She's not the only one.
Okay, you guys, just don't go there, okay?
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let her get to me today. I feel too good. What a day. It's almost like summer, isn't it?
Did you have a nice drive?
It was great. We drove all the way up to Manchester and walked on the beach. This morning we were only going to go as far as Andover, but the day was just so warm we just kept driving. So we took off our shoes and went walking in the surf.
That sounds great.
It was. We talked about getting married.
What is going on today? It's got to be the weather.
Thanks a lot.
No, I didn't mean it like that. It's just someone else I know got proposed to today. I just think it's kind of weird is all.
Well, Jeffrey didn't propose.
Well, what did he say?
Just wanted to talk about it, you know?
Generally.
Generally?
Yes, generally.
Well, come on, Jessica. Is he doing this to you again?
What do you mean? Before, it just wasn't the right time. We both think it's the right time to talk about marriage now.
How long are you going to let him do this to you?
I don't know what you're talking about. We've been working things out, and we both think it's important not to rush.
I know. I'm sorry.
I guess I sound pretty defensive, don't I?
No, I shouldn't have said anything. It's just, I am having such a weird day. Look, Jessica, I don't want to rain on your parade. I don't. I just, at some point, don't you just have to give it up? I mean, I like Jeffrey. He's a sweet guy. I know that you love him, but he's just been waffling for so long. Don't you want to, some days, don't you just want to take charge of your life? Like give him his walking papers or an ultimatum or something and just take control? Don't you want that?
So what are you saying? You think that breaking up with Jeffrey will give me control over my life?
I don't know. Yes. I think it would be a good thing.
So I break up with Jeffrey, and then what? I start looking around again? My friends fix me up, or I join one of those agencies, or start going to bars. Oh, I'm not gonna do that, Gail. It's just so humiliating. I won't do it.
You are a beautiful woman. You're not going to have any trouble finding somebody.
It's not easy for me. It's never been easy. It takes me a long time to feel comfortable with people, and I don't have a lot of time anymore, all right?
You're only 30 years old.
I'll be 31 next month.
That's young.
Not if you want children. I've always wanted children. It's late for me. I don't have a lot of years to keep looking anymore.
But what if Jeffrey decides? I mean, Jessica, he's been waffling for so long.
I don't even know why we're even talking about this. I love Jeffrey, and we're working things out, and in a year or so, we're gonna... Gail, don't look at me like that. This is one of the happiest days of my life. Why don't you believe me?
I do. Sorry. I'm just so confused today. On one hand, 30 seems young. On the other hand, 30 seems old, and I just think we should all be getting on with our lives. And I have no idea what that means anymore. So what did Jeffrey say?
Well, it wasn't so much what he said. We were walking in the ocean, and the water was freezing, and there was this little girl. She was running up ahead of us. She was chasing the waves in and out, and she had this giant piece of seaweed, and she was swinging it around, waving it over the ocean. It looked like she was blessing the waters or something. So we started talking about how there were probably kids all over the world chasing waves. Just the human connection, it felt so powerful. And I don't know, he brought it up. We started talking about getting married. I guess that sounds pretty crazy.
No, it sounds very romantic. Jeffrey's a very romantic guy.
Then we started driving through back what must have been the wealthiest suburbs in the country, and it was appalling. I just kept thinking about how the earth is getting destroyed, how many beaches aren't safe anymore because everything's getting so polluted because American capitalists can't see past their wallets or their lovely little lawns. I mean, how do you think these grand fortunes are made? They're built out of the ruined lives of South African blacks, of Brazilian peasants, of Korean factory workers. And I just wanted to stop and say to these people, we're sharing this planet. All of us, we're all in this together. You have no right to be doing what you're doing. I just wanted to say, go look at the ocean. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The only reason that Americans can afford these beautiful palaces is because some way, halfway across the world, someone is working 18 hours a day in some coffee plantation or in some godforsaken copper mine or who knows what. Americans don't realize that in order to live this wonderful, opulent life, they have to destroy the rest of the world.
I don't know. Maybe they inherited their money and now they're running vast philanthropic empires out of these modest New England estates. I mean, you never know.
Never mind. What did you do today, Gail?
Whoa, this and that.
How could I forget? You had a seance. Honestly, Ellie, I don't know where you come up with these
It wasn't a
ideas.
seance. We were praying to my mother.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. We got an answer, too.
Really? Oh, look at this. When did this happen?
Who knows? Wicker's so fragile. We probably should have gotten something more sturdy, like plastic.
I'll get Jeffrey to look at it. He's learning how to do caning, did I tell you? I'll take this downstairs, and then we probably should get started on cleaning up. I mean, you guys made quite a mess.
You know what? We're going to clean it up, Jessica.
I don't mind helping. Can you believe that?
She drives by somebody's house, a total stranger, and just decides that they made all their money out of the blood, sweat, and tears of South American peasants. She doesn't even know these people.
Elle, don't pick on her politics. She's right, and you know it.
And what is the deal with Jeffrey? Is the man trying to take out his sexual frustration in wood? This place is turning into an American arts and crafts. We have the dulcimer Jeffrey made, the bookshelves Jeffrey made, the rocking chair Jeffrey
Come on,
made.
Elle. You're just driving me crazy. She walks in on us, trashing the place, holding some sort of black mass as far as she can tell. All she did was offer to help us clean it up. Jessica is not the problem today.
What is it with this about face?
It's just not a good day to pick a fight with Jessica. I guess Jeffrey said something to her. I don't know what it was.
I can take an educated guess. Please fuck me, Jessica. Please.
Lay off it, Ellie. Leave her alone.
You know, those
today.
two really are perfect for each other. She won't have sex with him, and he won't marry her.
I said lay off.
Oh, right. Saint Jessica comes home, and everybody falls right back into line. You know, just this morning you were telling me what a bitch she was when you wanted to talk about the whole prostitution thing.
Oh
now.
my God, I wish I'd never told you
Why?
that.
I'm on your side.
Because I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of what I did. And Jesus, if there's a right side, it's hers.
She was being a total bitch.
She was right. You know, we can sit here and say, you know, we all make mistakes, but that's no excuse. A mistake isn't something you ignore as if it never happened. She had a right to not like it.
No one has the right to condemn another person like that.
You've been doing it all day.
That's different.
Forget it. I just don't want to fight anymore.
But she
okay?
fucking thinks she's better than
Well,
us.
maybe she is.
Oh, God. You're such a wuss. She walks in the door and you turn into Jell-O. Oh, she's so much better than us.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you too.
I am not gonna let you do this to me.
Why not? You let her do it. You listen when she trashes me. You wanted to throw me out. Get a whole household meeting about throwing me out over a can of soup.
Yeah, maybe we should have done it.
Yeah, maybe you should have. You know what gets me? You both, you and Jen, you'd rather live with me. Even so, if given a choice, she would win.
This is not a war.
Yes, it is.
Who's going to do the dishes?
I will!
Oh, that's okay. I'll do them.
It's our mess. I'll do them.
It's no trouble.
Do you want to do them?
I don't mind.
I know you don't mind, but do you want to do them?
Yes, I want to do them.
Then why did you ask who's going to do them?
It's just a rhetorical question.
Ah, who's going to do the dishes is a rhetorical question. I see.
I'll do them. I don't mind.
I'll feel guilty if you do them. I'll do them.
I'll get that, Jessica.
Jessica! I said I'd do the dishes.
Just make sure to do the glasses first. If you do them last, they spot because the water gets dirty. Why am I so afraid to say anything? She's so defensive. But it's like, honestly, she doesn't even see the dirt.
Jesus, the temps can be so fucking sentimental.
Oh, don't turn that off. I love that song.
Tough shit.
I beg your pardon? Did you hear me? I like that song.
So,
Eleanor.
what did you call me?
Listen, Ellie, I like the temps. Jessica likes the temps. When Jen gets home, we'll see how she feels about them. But at the best you can hope for right now is a split decision. So do you think you could just turn them back on?
Jessica, I have to tell you something.
Ellie.
Jessica, yesterday morning I found out that I'm pregnant and I'm going to have an abortion. I know you don't approve. I know you probably think that it's murder or something, but I'm doing it and I'm not apologizing for it. Everyone always says that their baby is a part of them. Well, this abortion is a part of me and I want you to know about it. Aren't you going to say anything?
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
What did Roger say?
He doesn't like it.
I'm not surprised.
What do you mean you're not surprised? Have you been having lunch with him too?
No, I was remembering the day he had his little niece over. He was really sweet with her. I thought I would be a good father.
Well, if you want to know the truth, the thought never crossed his mind until last night when I smacked him across the face with the imminent possibility.
But he wants this baby?
Yes. He wants to marry me and set up house, although I'm sure you and everyone else can't imagine why. I'm the one. I don't want to marry him. I don't love him.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you don't love him. I've seen you together. You seem so happy. I mean, it's natural that you're frightened by this, but I'm sure it would all work itself out once you're married, once the baby comes
It's not
along.
that simple.
You could put it up for adoption. So many people want children, Ellie. So many
That's not
really
the
good
issue.
Issue? What are you talking about issues? We're not talking about issues. We're talking about a
No,
child.
we're not. It's not a child.
You don't want to do it. Why else would you be so unhappy about this? You just need some time to
No,
think.
I don't have time.
You do. You don't have to go through this alone. We'll all be here for you if you wanted to raise it yourself, needed to
No.
quit your job. Ellie, I know we haven't been getting along, but we could try. I know you're a good person.
Don't, please, I'm not a good person. Just don't be nice to me.
You're just confused. You don't really want to do this.
No, I do. I want to do this. I don't want this baby to exist in the world. I don't care how awful that sounds. It's the truth. I am so tired of the way that my life just keeps happening to me. All of this stuff just keeps happening. My job, wicker furniture, Campbell's soup, my boyfriend, who I'm finally able to admit after much too much time, I don't love. It's all blurred together, and you would think that some of this has got to mean more than the rest, but it gets to a point where you just can't make anything out. It's like one of those bad dreams that just keeps going on and on and on and on. And you wish like hell you could wake up, but it just keeps going. It's one cryptic, confusing, meaningless thing after another, and at some point you just have to say, hold it! Hold it. And I'm saying that now. A baby is not something that should just happen. This baby is not going to happen.
Ellie, I understand.
No, you don't! Even I don't understand that, and I just said it. Look, I don't want to talk about this.
Well, I do. You brought it up so you can just deal with what I have to say. This is not about me or the fact that I see the world differently from you. You're not a child. You're confused. I understand that, but that's tough. Things come up. Big decisions. And you don't just muddle through them and hope it all ends well. Your life isn't a blur. It's a life. You own it. And now you're talking about denying that right to another human being. I know you're in pain. But if you run away from this because you're hurt or angry or scared, you're never going to grow up. So stop whining and deal. Are you okay?
Jesus. What if she's right?
Maybe you're both right.
We can't both be right, can we? She was so nice.
I know, she was. Why wasn't she nice to me? Would have made a difference.
She's full of shit.
Come on. We gotta clean all the rest of this up.
Nah. Lord, look at that sunset. It's almost enough to make you believe in God. Gail, who's that guy on the phone?
It probably wasn't him.
You like him, huh?
He's just this guy from work.
What's his name?
Phil.
What's he do?
He's a shrink.
Oh my God.
You're
Knew you'd
kidding.
do this.
You're going out with a shrink!
We are not
Of course.
going out. He just said he might call today. It was very tentative. It was no big deal.
You should call him back. Ask him out to dinner.
I am not going to do that.
You like him. What's he like?
He's nice. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I know, but what's he like?
He's not a nerd, and he's not an asshole.
Call him up!
I'm not. See, this is exactly why I didn't want to tell you.
What?
I knew that you were going to make this big deal out
What?
of it.
What am I doing? I'm just saying you should call this nice guy on the phone. What's wrong with
He's
that?
just a guy. You're working up this big romance over here. So if we ever do go out, it's going to be totally anticlimactic.
I'm just saying that you should call him. How is he supposed to know you're interested if you don't call him?
I would just like to wait and see what happens, okay?
It's a mistake. I'm telling you. If you have a chance at something that might mean something to you, I'd take it.
What are you gonna do, Mom?
Mom? I'm having an abortion. Mom?
You seem to care, but your heart is full. I don't know him anymore. There's nothing left. He used to lie. Conversation has no life. That's what's going on. Nothing's not untold. I'm all out of space.
Do you mind if I turn the music down?
Oh.
I forgot to put it down.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh. I mean, you had to turn it off.
It's fine. I wasn't really listening to it anyway.
Well, good night.
Jessica, I'm sorry I was so awful this afternoon. I was really out of line.
It's okay. You were upset.
Still.
Do you want to talk about it?
No. I really wouldn't.
It might help. It might really help to get some
No,
perspective.
thank you. Thank you. No.
I only meant, if... I'm sorry. Could you take your feet off the table, please? It's just like so fragile. Good night.
Hey, I'm okay, Ellie. Just go inside. I'm fine.
Oh my God. Jesus. Oh shit.
I'm okay.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna be
Come
fine.
here. Gail! Sit down. Oh, God, do you need anything?
I'm fine.
Yes, ice. You need ice. Shit.
Listen, he didn't rape me or anything. He just hit me. So.
Oh, well, that's something to be grateful for. Gail!
Ellie,
come on,
He's
Gail!
not going to do anything now. So just stop.
Yes, we can. We can put ice on it, and then we can call the police, and we can have that fucking asshole castrated, sweetheart. God, look at you. Gail! Here, just put that on your eye, I guess.
Oh my God, what happened?
You work in a hospital. What do we do?
I'm not a nurse. I'm a social worker.
I told you he was dangerous.
He just hit me.
He hit you a lot.
Have you called the police yet?
What is going on? Oh, my God. What happened?
Richardson and I got into a fight.
Oh, you have to lie down.
No. Could I just have some aspirin, please? I have a splitting headache.
Is anything broken? Did you pass out or anything?
No, and it's a miracle. I'm telling you, last thing you need after a day of drinking is a bash in the head.
Richardson did this? He's so gentle. Yes, he's a very gentle psychopath. Who are you calling? The police. Don't you think we should find out what happened first?
Ellie, no, come on. I don't want to call the police.
Jen, we're gonna have to take you to the hospital. They're gonna want to know what happened.
I'm not kidding. No cops.
Okay. It's okay. Ellie, for heaven's sake, put the phone down.
Jessica, we can't handle this ourselves. She's been assaulted.
We don't know that.
What does that mean?
I just want to find out what happened before anybody goes flying off the handle.
You want to know what happened? Take a look at her face. That fucking asshole assaulted her.
Please don't yell.
Do you think you two could shut up so we could find out what happened?
I don't know what happened. It was weird, I mean, you know how Richardson is. He rarely ever makes total sense. You can say to him, like, Richardson, ABC, and he'll say something like 110-43. I didn't want to go anywhere with him. I didn't. I went out there and I told him to totally leave me alone. I told him I was tired of how weird he's been getting, and I told him I never wanted to talk to him again. I did. And then he said I wasn't being fair because you don't just cut off friendships like that. So I said, the problem is, Richardson, you don't want to be my friend. And then he said we couldn't talk here because your guys were watching this. So, Jesus.
So you went with them.
Yeah, I thought I owed it to him. We've been friends for 2 years. So we went out to dinner, and that was okay for a while. I mean, we were talking about other things. He kept talking about that guy Billy from work. He said he wanted to warn me because he thought that Billy had AIDS. I mean, that made me kind of mad because, one, I don't think it's true, and second, I'm not going to sleep with Billy. I mean, I don't sleep with every man that I know. So I said that, and we started arguing again, and then Richardson got so loud that the manager came over and asked him to leave.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no kidding. It was really embarrassing and kind of scary, you know? So we were standing in the parking lot, and I said, I'm going home, and he said, we still need to talk, so we went back to his apartment.
Jesus, Jen, what were you thinking?
How was I supposed to know he'd do this? Well, we got inside, and he got really uptight. His roommate wasn't there. I know he told me about 12 times. He kept, like, hovering over me and asking me what I wanted. It was really weird, you know? He kept saying, like, what do you want? What do you want? And I said, I don't know, a cup of tea, maybe. I mean, I didn't know what was going on. And then he got mad at me. He said I was being cruel to him. He said that nobody cared what he wanted. And I said that wasn't true. I did care what he wanted. That's why I was even there in the first place, because I cared about him. And then he kissed me. You know, and I let him. I let him just for a second because I don't know why. And then when I tried to get out of it, he freaked out. Do I have to tell this part?
No, it's okay. We get the picture.
I've been locked in the bathroom for 3 hours in this stupid apartment. I locked myself in a stupid fucking bathroom while he stood outside and apologized. 3 solid hours.
How did you get out?
He left finally. I said I wasn't going to come out until he left. Jesus, Tim, don't answer it. Jessica, please don't answer it.
Hello? Yes, she's here. She's going to be fine. I don't think that's a good idea. I know. I'll tell her. Please don't. I'll tell her. We'll call you back. He's very sorry. We're calling the cops. I don't think that's necessary.
Hell, it's not. He tried to rape her, and now he's calling to say he's sorry? Well, I'm sorry too, but we're calling the police, and we're making sure he never comes near her again.
He didn't try to rape her.
What would you call it?
Well, it certainly was not rape, and getting hysterical about this is not going to help anymore, okay? I mean, I'm as sorry as anyone that this happened. I really am. I'm not excusing Richardson for what he did, but... Nothing. I think we should all go to sleep. I think we're upset and we're tired. I think we should talk about this in the
we're a little
morning.
too wound up to go to sleep right now, Jessica, so I want to hear what you have to say. You obviously have something to say. I want to hear it.
What is it, Jessica?
I want to hear it too. I told you what happened. Do you think I'm lying or something? Is that what you think?
No, of course not, Jen. Just a few things that aren't clear to me, that's all.
Well, what's not clear? What did that asshole say to you? I told you what happened, so what did he say?
He was crying and he was apologizing. He said it was a misunderstanding. He just kept saying that.
Misunderstanding. That's great. Oh, look, my fist is in your eye. I can't understand how it got
Please
there.
don't make jokes about this. There's nothing funny about this.
I'm so sorry. You were going to tell us about Richardson and his misunderstanding.
Yeah, I didn't misunderstand anything. I was trying to be nice to him, and he hit me. So you explain it. Richardson's dazzling logic.
Jen, you said it yourself. You let him kiss you. My God, what do you think that said to him?
It was just a kiss. I felt sorry for him.
Don't you think that misled him? I mean, you told him you cared about him, and then you kissed him. And then he took that to mean you would sleep with him. Can't you understand?
Hit me.
I'm not accusing anyone.
Then what are you doing?
I just think you both made mistakes.
And what was her mistake?
I think she knows.
No, I don't. I don't.
We don't know, Jessica. You're going to have
Come
to tell
on,
us.
that's enough.
No,
We have to stop this.
Later, say
How
it.
do you think he's felt? All these years, you've just been stringing him along. You don't know. You never bothered to think. I know. I know he loves her. He wants a life with her, and she just tramples on that like it's nothing, like it's, well, if you want to know the truth, I'm not surprised he finally... I'm not surprised this didn't happen sooner with all the games she plays. Sex is not a game.
What do you know about sex?
I don't think my private life has anything to do with this, and I don't choose to discuss it with you.
I wasn't giving you a choice. You don't give us choices. We all bought that fucking wicker because you said so, just saying.
I can't believe this. If you're unhappy here, this is hardly the time or place
This is
to
exactly
discuss
the time and the place, but that's not what we're discussing. We were discussing your remarkable observation that Jen was somehow asking for this because she sleeps around.
I never said
You
that.
said something pretty damn close.
I don't have
Jessica.
to answer to you.
We told you he was dangerous. We told you, and we told you, all three of us.
I know you would
wouldn't
love
listen.
for this to be my problem. Well, it is
You
not
can't
my
stand
problem.
the idea that you were actually wrong about that lunatic. Reality has to
ridiculous.
conform to you.
You're
We're
hysterical and
going to get
ridiculous.
up. Oh God, you are so pure, and we're just a mess. But you love that, don't you?
That's
We're
enough.
A little chorus of students.
That's enough.
That is not enough. That is not near what I have to
Really,
say to
you guys,
You
she
can't
has
stand
What? I know you're going through a hard time right now, but this is just too much. I don't have to listen to this anymore. I want you out tonight. Do you hear me? Tonight. Yes, you do have to listen to
Ellie,
this.
what are you doing?
On the contrary, I'm just in the middle of a misunderstanding. Jessica and I misunderstood each other, and then she provoked me, and now I'm going to hurt her. But then we're all going to forget about it because it's really her fault to begin with. That's the way it works, isn't it, Jessica?
Stop it,
What do you
Ellie!
think, Jessica? Should I hurt you? Will it help? Will it make you understand that you are one of us? You're just as bad as we are, Jessica. You are one of us!
Ellie, put the knife down. Put it down.
What am I doing?
Jessica, are you all right?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Jessica.
Shit. I can't believe you just did that. That was weird. Did you see that?
I saw it.
I just pulled a knife on my roommate. That is really no way to behave.
You were excellent, Ellie.
Jen, my mother did not raise me to act like
Oh,
that.
come on, it wasn't a sharp knife, plus she really was being a bitch.
I can't believe I did that.
Wasn't that excellent?
Well, excellent is not the word that popped into my mind.
What was I doing? What did I say to her? I pulled a knife on her. How could I do that?
Ellie, it's okay. You didn't hurt anybody.
I have to talk to her.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
No, trust me, I think she heard you pull a knife and everybody listened.
But we have to do something.
We will do something. Just give me a minute to figure out what.
I'm going up.
No, you are not going up there. If anybody's going to talk to her, it's not you.
I left my keys. I left my car keys. Please get out of my way.
Jessica, I'm sorry. I lost it. I don't know why I did that. You were hurting Jen. You were blaming her, and
That's not why. That's not what you said.
No, I guess it wasn't.
All those things you said, they're not true. You don't know me. Both of you, you just trample on everything I value. You just throw it away as if it were dirt, as if it were nothing, and then you just expect me to applaud you and say, that's fine, that's wonderful, throw it away, I don't care. This man, he loves her. I know. I was wrong about him. I know he's troubled. I was wrong. But he loves her so much. And Jeffrey and I will never have that. You can have a child, but you want to kill it. I may never have that. Let me by.
Where are you going? Are you going to Jeffrey's? You can't go over there.
You attacked me.
Oh, come on. It wasn't a sharp knife. Well, it wasn't. Look, I shouldn't have done it, but we're all making mistakes tonight, okay? So let's just calm down and try to sort this out. Can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth.
She's right, Jessica.
I am, Jessica. Come on. We're all in this together, right?
No. We're not. I'm not one of you, and I don't intend to be. You're lost. All of you. I'm not lost. I'm not one of you.
We're lost?
She's right. We're lost.
Yeah, I guess we are. But at least we know it.
At least we have a sense of humor about it.
No shit, we're lost. She's the one going to fucking Jeffrey's.
She rejected us for Jeffrey. What kind of fucked up is that?
Well, you did pull a knife on her.
I apologized.
Hey, do you think this means we're getting the house?
Jen,
What? She thinks we're lost. She doesn't think she's one of us. It sounds to me like we're getting the house.
Sounds that way to me.
Yes, and I think that's excellent.
we are not getting the house. Or maybe you are, but I am moving out.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Gail,
We'll talk about it on the way to the police station.
Police station. Why are we going to the police station?
you got beat up.
Yes. But I'm not kidding about going to the police station. They'll arrest the wrong person. Richardson looks worse than I do. He does? Yeah. I pounded him. I mean, he won the fight, but he looks bad.
Good. I'm glad you punished that jerk. We're still going to the police.
Ellie.
Jen, it's just that if he got violent once, he could get violent again, and... Shit.
It's okay, Ellie.
No. No, it's really not. I mean, violence is not okay. It's not just a mistake, you know? I'm a bad person, aren't I?
No, you're not a bad person. But if you ever pull a knife on me, I will murder you.
Fair enough.
But for now, we are taking this girl to the hospital. I don't want any more arguments about it. I have no intention of ever going through a day like this again. So starting tonight, we are going to fucking deal. We'll take you to the hospital, we're going to get you checked in, and we'll fill out the police report from there.
Gail, if you move, can we come with you?
We'll talk about it on the way to the hospital.
Real rent, huh? Think we're capable of real rent?
I think we're capable of anything.
Hey, can we stop for donuts? What? If you're gonna take care of me, you might as well do it right.
Hey, Gail, is your new boyfriend gonna be there?
What?
Ellie!
Where?
Gail's new boyfriend works at the hospital.
He is not my
His
boyfriend.
name is Phil. He's a shrink. Keep your eyes open.
You have the biggest mouth.
Big mouth? Me?
Yeah, you are not moving in with me.
Oh, come on.